In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to edit your GitHub repository name. This is a crucial skill for when your project's scope changes, or you just want a cleaner, more descriptive name for your repository. By following this guide, you'll learn to navigate GitHub's interface with ease and make your repository reflect its current state or purpose better in just about 5 minutes. First and foremost, let's head over to the GitHub dashboard. This is your command center, the hub where all your repositories live. If you're not already signed in, GitHub will prompt you to log in with your credentials. Once you're in, you'll see a variety of options and a list of your repositories. For our purposes, find the repository you'd like to rename. Remember, organizing and keeping your repositories up to date makes finding your project simpler and improves your workflow. Next, we're going to click on the repository that needs a new name. In our example, we're working with a repository named nans2, owned by the user nansgit8. Clicking on the repository will bring you into the main page of the project, displaying the latest commits, the README file if any, and various options like code, issues, pull requests, actions, projects, security, insights, and settings. Once you're on your repository's main page, look for the Settings tab. This tab is usually located at the far right of the menu, directly beneath your repository's name. Clicking on Settings will take you to the repository settings page. It's in this interface where GitHub allows you to modify your project settings, manage security features, set up webhooks, and importantly, rename your repository. Upon entering the settings page, we're going to focus on finding the specific section for changing your repository name. Scroll down or look for a section typically labeled as repository name or something similar. It's here where GitHub provides a text box for you to type in the new name of your repository. This interface element is intuitive and straightforward, but handles it with the understanding that changing a repository name impacts how others find and interact with your project. Before you type in that new name, here's a piece of advice. Choose your repository names wisely. They should be meaningful, reflective of the project it entails, and ideally consistent with the naming conventions you use across your GitHub profile. This not only helps in maintaining a professional appearance, but also supports project discoverability and readability. After you've carefully selected a new name and entered it into the text box, take a moment to double check your spelling and adherence to any naming conventions you follow. Once you're satisfied, look for the Rename button. It might be directly beneath the text box or nearby. Clicking this button will immediately apply the new name to your repository. GitHub is pretty good at handling redirects, so links to your old repository name will still work. However, it's a good practice to update any references to this repository's name in your project documentation or any external links pointing to it. And there you have it, you've successfully renamed your GitHub repository. This change will reflect immediately across GitHub. Anyone trying to access the repository through the old name will be redirected to the new name, ensuring continuity and access. Remember, renaming your repository is a significant change and should be communicated to collaborators or followers of your project to prevent any confusion. Renaming a repository on GitHub is a straightforward process, but it's an important part of managing and maintaining your projects. As your projects evolve, so too might their names. Whether it's to correct a typo, make the name more specific, or the project has outgrown its original name, changing a repository name is a quick and easy way to reflect those changes. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial on how to edit your GitHub repository name. GitHub is a powerful tool for developers, and mastering its features like renaming repositories ensures your projects remain organized and accessible. Remember to revisit your project names periodically and update them as needed. Happy coding, and see you in the next video.